Hello, everybody. I'm Linda with Gotta Be Handmade. I'm the old bird and I am excited to be with you today. Let me raise my camera. Yes, in part one, which was actually day before yesterday, we did everything we needed to start working on this holiday project. What to do with your Christmas cards after the holiday has ended. And we got a good start. I hope you watched that video. If you did not, please watch that video and get started. Now, I don't know what type of reform that you decided to use. Um, Let me move my camera back just a little and let me get these two forms. I don't know what you decided to use, but I gave you several options to use. You can purchase a reform like this, works perfectly. Or I told you that this was the um, cardboard that came with the desk calendar that I had for last year on my desk. And this is where we tore off each month. And this is the nice cardboard that's left. You can use that. You can trace your circle on there and the center of the circle and then cut them out. You see, this is a 12-inch reform. You have plenty of board for 12. You have plenty of board, I think, for a 14-inch circle. If you didn't want a circle, if you wanted a square wreath, you could use this and create your square, or you could use this to create a rectangle. Now, if you notice, behind me, that's my reform. Let me tell you what I used. I used that poster board, I don't know what you call it, but it's board that you purchase at the craft stores. Everybody carries it, Hobby Lobby, um, Joann Fabrics, Michaels, everybody has it. And it is a nice board to make signs. I think that's what people usually do with it. They make signs. And I'm sorry, I'm so disorganized right now. I was ready and had everything I thought laid out good to go. But you know how it is. And anyway, that's what I used. I cut out the center. This is the entire board, and I cut out the center. I measured 5 inches all the way around with my yardstick, and then I drew the lines and I cut it out using an X-Acto knife. Now, this is the X-Acto knife that I used. You see the blade in there? And I cut that out to give me my reform. You don't have to use that. You could take that same board and you could make it into a circle if you like. And this project is something that you can do every year with those leftover Christmas cards, New Year's cards, um, um, Hanukkah cards, any type of holiday cards that you get a lot of them. You could use them for this project. Now, Valentine's Day is coming up, and you'll have a lot of Valentine's cards. Sometimes classes in your grandchildren and in your children's classrooms, sometimes the entire class give a Valentine to their classmates. You could do the same identical thing with those to create this project. And every year you'd have a nice Valentine wreath to hang. Maybe for a special class. If your child is going to the first grade or your grandchild is going to the first grade, to remember that first year in real school, you could do this. That would be great. So think about this for more than just Christmas cards after the Christmas season. Now look, while you're here, make certain that you subscribe to my channel. I need subscribers this year, and if you like the interviews, if you like the live sales events, if you like these little craft tips, please invite your friends to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also on Facebook, if you like purchasing handmade items, I host live sales events there at Gotta Be Handmade Live. Go over to Facebook, join my group, and you can shop live for handmade products. I wanted that group to kind of be like those shopping shows on the TV. The only difference is you'll have the handmade products as well as meet the handmade artists themselves. So if you would think you'd like that, go on over. Join the group. I'd love to see you there. Now look, if you are a handmade artist and you'd like to do an interview with me, or you would like to have a live sales event, contact me. I'd love to have you on one of the broadcasts. Now, let's get started. Let me move my camera over. And I'm so excited about using YouTube Live this year. Oh my goodness, I think it is fantastic. Hello, thank you for joining me. Somebody's on with me. I think it's fantastic. You know, it's amazing how the Lord has allowed the old bird to live long enough to meet so many wonderful people. I thank you for joining me. Now let's get started. Okay, I told you you need your Wreath form. That was the first thing that you needed. So now that you have your Wreath form, I'm going to use this one as an example. Get some ribbon, any type of ribbon, any color that you like. It could be ribbon that's left over. Get some ribbon. It can be wired. This one has the wired edges. This one is 2.5 inches wide. The ribbon that I used on my Wreath form is Christmas ribbon that I had. And it says, Merry Christmas, seasons, greetings, happy holidays, peace on earth. It says all of those things on this ribbon. Now, this ribbon is a whopping 5 inches wide. Now, let me tell you where I got this ribbon from. I got this ribbon from the Sam's Club after the holidays, I think about 2 years ago. So after the holidays, look for the ribbons. They will be on sale, and you can get some fabulous ribbons. This one has a gold glitter around the wording, and I just love it. Now, the reason that you're going to need your ribbon, you're going to cover your Wreath form. If you were using this one, you would remove this. I'm not going to remove it because I need to know the size of it when I use it for another project. But remove the label right here. That will peel right off of this form. And then take your ribbon and you're going to wrap. Let me use this one. You're going to start in an area. Now look, if you use this type of form, don't start here. Don't start where you see they have attached it. Don't start there. Start in another place. And just wrap your ribbon around your form to cover that form. Just keep going around and around. You see? You get the idea? All you're doing is just covering that form. Now, it's up to you how close together you put your ribbon on your form when you're wrapping it. It's strictly up to you what you like the best. If you don't like as much of the green showing through, or if your form is white, if you don't like that, then just wrap it closer. And what I do is I start with a little hot glue and I put the glue on the form. Then I get the ribbon and I start wrapping. Now, I'm not going to actually wrap this, but I wanted to give you the idea of what you do. You would glue this on, that's the beginning, and then you start wrapping. Now, I had it kind of far apart before. And this time, just so you can see what it looks like, I'm going to put it closer together. And it doesn't matter if you have a wrinkle in it. It's okay. You see? Now you're going to do this around the entire wreath form, no matter what shape your form is. If your form is square, you're going to do the same identical thing. Those edges are going to be a bit tricky, but as long as you cover them, they are fine. If you're using a rectangle, it's going to be fine. Just wrap, 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 keep wrapping until you cover the entire thing. Now let me show you mine, and let me show you the back so you can see what it looks like. And let me say this. If you had a lot of gifts that had ribbon and you saved the ribbon, like my mom used to save the ribbon in the boxes. So if you save the ribbon, it doesn't matter if it's different colors because you're going to cover the wreath form. Let me show you mine. This is mine. Now mine was so large that when I started coming around from the top, I came around, round, round. When I got to this area, I couldn't get it to go in the same direction because, let me see, you see the edge of mine? The edge is gold, glittered, and it's wired. So I wanted that glitter to show. I wanted the words in the same direction. So you're gonna have to try to kind of do a little bit more work if you're using ribbon with wording on it. So what I did was, I started cutting my ribbon into these pieces. And that way, when I got here, I was able to stop and start layering it. Layering, layering, and let me show you. I just glued it on the back, that's all. You see, that's the back. Now, let me tell you, if you are going to be hanging this like on a glass storm door, you're gonna want to cover this back. So if you're using a wide ribbon, like if I was gonna put this on a glass door, I would just wrap this, I would just bring this piece all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, just to cover. And it just happened to work out that my width is 5 inches and this is 5 inches as well. Now, if yours doesn't work out that way, you can just double it. Let me unwrap this. You see, you could just come down, cover that, and then you could go move over, put another piece, move over until you have this area all covered. This is going to be flat on my door, so I don't have to cover this. But if you're going to put this on a glass door and you'll see the back, or you're going to hang this at a window where you'll see the back, then you want to also cover this back. Now, if you're using a round form, you don't have to worry about that, because when you go around and around and around your round wreath form, you're going to cover the front and the back. Sides, the whole thing is going to be covered. So you're great if you're going to use a round wreath form. Now that's why you needed the glue. I used hot glue. Now you could use something like Elmer's glue. It's just going to take a lot longer, and you may need something like paper clips or tape or something to hold your ribbon in place until it dries. If you're using that board that I told you, the other glue will work just great. You don't have to use the hot glue. This hot glue gun has hot and it has a low temperature. So I was using the low temp to put my ribbon on so it would not burn this paper, because the back of my board is paper and I didn't know how hot it got. Okay, now that we have that settled, let's move on. For your form, let me get my pictures. You know, we cut out everything. We have those ready. I have mine in this manila envelope. We cut out all of these shapes from the Christmas cards. Now there are several ways that you can put your cutouts on your wreath. It's up to you, whatever you like. Let me show you what you can do. You can take your wreath form. This is the side that you can see. And you can start gluing your pieces on. You see? Like that. And then to this you could add this. And you're going to overlap your pieces. And to that you can add this. You see? And you just overlap your pieces. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. Now let me tell you why I told you to get your Sharpie. For those of you that may use white ribbon or a light blue or a light pink or any color that's a bright color, you may want to trace around the edges of your pieces with your Sharpie. Take your Sharpie. Let me get one that you can see on camera. Some of these things you can't see very well. Naturally, I wouldn't see a piece. Here we go. Well, I don't want to. Maybe you can see this tree. That's the tree. Take your Sharpie and trace all the way around. All the way around. Down that trunk and across. And give it a nice black edge. I don't know if you could see that one very well. I need something that's a bright color. This little bird, let's see if you can see this better. Trace around. Trace around. And it will just stand out more each cutout. There we go. Let me see. There you go. You may be able to see the black edge better that way. And it just, it's an extra step that you may like to take that will make your cutout stand out just a little bit more if you have a very, very bright background. Now, I'm not going to do that step because my wreath is very dark. So I don't need that step. Now, you can take your cutouts and you can go all the way around your piece and you're going to overlap those and whatever your heart's desire, what you like. Do what you like. This is going to hang from your door. And you can hang this from your office. You can hang this from your home. You can hang this if you have a covered porch. You can hang this outside. You can hang it inside, especially over a mantle. My reform is kind of large over a mantle, and you can just lean this up against the mantle. So you can go all the way around with your pieces. You can put your pieces just across the bottom. If you didn't get many Christmas cards, let me get the round reform. If you didn't get many cards, for your round form, you can go all the way around. Same identical pieces. You see? Here's that tree. Here's that little bird. You could put the little bird maybe right there. You get the idea? You're just going to layer your cutouts. Now let's say you only got maybe 4 or 5 Christmas cards for Christmas. Same identical thing. You can take your pieces. Now I cut out these birds. Let's turn it over so you won't see that tag as bad. You could put the birds right there. Or, let's see. You could put the tree. The tree could stand up. See? I had these words that I cut out. You could put that over like that, overlap, and keep overlapping. And once you get it the way that you want it, here's that. You see? Then you could finish it off like that. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And imagine this reform covered in maybe white ribbon and all of these little pieces on there that you cut out. So if you didn't get many Christmas cards, this will work for you as well. Now, I think a Swarovski crystal should be on everything. And oftentimes I put one on everything. So if you have this and you're going to make this as a gift for that person in your life that you know would love it because you made it, like maybe your daughter, your granddaughter, or your grandson, make it. And if it's the diva type daughter or granddaughter in your life and or grandson, and they would like to have a little then purchase some type ribbon. Get some velvet and wrap the wreath. Oh, a cream color or velvet would be gorgeous on here. Purchase that ribbon and make this for somebody special. If you have leftover ribbon, then use the leftover ribbon and make it absolutely special. So it can also be a gift. Now let's get started on attaching mine to mine. And I'm going to, my cutouts to my wreath. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Because I like this ribbon sew, and I like what the wording says, I'm only going to cover, let me see, I have to put it back here. This way. There you go. There you go. I'm only going to cover from here around to here on mine, because I want these words to show. Now, I'm going to put a bow. We're going to end up with a bow if you'd like. My bow is going to be here. But maybe you'd like to put your bow over in the corner if you use this rectangle. That would be great. Just decide that you're going to put your pictures starting here around and starting here around, leaving that area open for your bow. I'm going to leave an area right here open for my bow, and I'm going to put all of these cutouts on there. So let's get started. I hope you can see this. This is large, and I don't have a very large space, but we're going to get started. I'm just going to pick up a piece, which happens to be a wreath. And I need to leave an area, so let's put the wreath there. Got my glue, and I'm going to glue this wreath right there. Hold it for a second. A little bit more. Oh, it's on there. There we go. There's my first piece. And over here, I think I'll start with another one that's almost the same size as that wreath, which are the animals from that nativity. So I think I'll put those right there. So let me put the glue and glue that right there. Now this is much easier when you have it laying down. You'll be able to do it with no problem. And let's put some red up here in this corner. Oh, I got it upside down. Let's put some red in this corner right there. Right there. And you're going to overlap. See where I overlap the animals? You're going to overlap. That's what you're supposed to do. Oh, this is gorgeous. I hope you can see the glitter. There you go. I think I'm going to put this tree right there. Let's see if I can get this top glued down. Up here. Right there. Overlap. And I tell you what's fun. The last time I made one of these, people came over the next year and they said, "Oh, I see my card." Now here's a Santa. Okay, I think I'm gonna put Santa right here on the edge, like that, kind of behind that tree. Come on, Santa. Let's see if I can get you on here and at least get your hat. There we go. I like the idea of that smile being in the corner. And I don't know if this Happy Holidays will fit. Yes, it will. Put some glue. And got my happy holidays right there. Oh, now over here, this was some leaves that were three-dimensional. I think I put those right on this poinsettia, right there. There it is. It has a little crystal. Oh, this beautiful Christmas stocking. I want it to be seen. I think I'll put it right there. There it is. Here comes my husband and my brother-in-law. Now it's overlapping this and this. And just a few of the animals. You see it overlapping? And since we have the animals and the nativity, I think right here would be a good place to put the nativity. So I'm going to put a little glue and I'm going to put the nativity right here. You see? Right there. And remember to overlap. Keep overlapping. Just like that. Oh, here's a beautiful Christmas tree. I think I'll put it last. I want to get some of these things that has glitter. Oh, that's gorgeous. I don't want to cover up that Merry Christmas. So I think I'll put it right there. A little glue. And then we're going to put it right here. See how that overlaps? There's the glitter. Now I have the steeple sticking up just a bit. Now on this side, oh, I don't know, I think I'll put him right here. I like the idea of having him there. So I'm going to put him right here. Still, you can see the Merry Christmas. There's the bird. I think I just burned my dinner. I hear my husband talking. Did it burn up? I just went in there. I really did. I better go check my meal. Hello, brother-in-law. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm fine. Uh-oh. Did it burn up? Did it burn? I burned my dinner. I'm gonna have to go. I burned my meal. So let's bring this one to an end. I have to go in the kitchen and check my dinner. Let's see. How do you close this off?